Hello and welcome to Tech Table. I guess that's what I've decided to call this. I don't know if that's going to be a thing or not. In this video, we're going to talk about the Pixel M80 microphone. Show you a little bit, not really an unboxing, but what's in the box. Give you a little tiny bit of an initial impression kind of review. And I want to show you how to hook it up to your phone and use it, because I know there might be some confusion there for some people. So this is the microphone right here. And right now I've got on what's called the windscreen or windsock. They've got some different things that they call it. And it's on top of what's called a shock mount. That's this orange bracket looking thing. And this is supposed to help, I guess, if you jostle the microphone, it won't translate into noise when you're recording. And then this is, I believe, correct me if I'm wrong, this is called a cold shoe mount. And a cold shoe is one that doesn't have power coming through it, and a hot shoe is one that does. But correct me if I'm wrong on that. One of the issues that I did find with this, and I don't know if it's the fault of this or the Manfrotto clamp, which is currently being used with the camera, but this is really tight, trying to get into the cold shoe mount on the Manfrotto phone clip. I'm a little disappointed with that. It's either a product issue with this, or it's a product issue with the Manfrotto, or it's just how it's normally supposed to be. But I would have thought that this would slide in relatively easily, and then you tighten it down with this part right here. But that doesn't appear to be the case. You have to practically shove this in to get it in. And it doesn't lock or slide into place, and then you screw this down. This is all plastic, by the way. The microphone itself, though, this part of the body here is actually metal. And if I pull this off, you see that that's what it looks like. And it's very similar to the Rode, there's a Rode R-O-H-O-D-E Video Micro. That's what this is very similar to. The reason why I went with this instead of the Rode Video Micro is that the Rode Video Micro does not have the cables with it. It has one for your camera. It's meant for a digital type camera. It does not have one for your phone. And I wanted to use it with the phone. And they don't have it in stock anywhere, and it's $20. So not only am I paying $60 for the microphone, I'm paying an additional $20 for the adapter on the off chance I can even get one. For whatever reason, Rode decided to not do and it was really stupid of them, I think. They didn't do a smartphone package and then a regular camera package. They could have made a little more money by doing a package that has the cord, which is a TRS to TRRS adapter already in place for a smartphone, and do it slightly less price than what they have now. I would say instead of $80 for the adapter and the cable, I'd say let's just say $60 or $50, because then they'd be able to compete a little better. So let's say $60 at the high end, and you get an Android model which has the TRS to TRRS adapter already included, and then you're ready to go. And then for the regular phone model, again $60, you'd have the TRS to TRS, and I'll show you what that means here in a minute. But they didn't do that, and they made it too difficult for me to get all the parts that I need. And I didn't want to trust some off-brand cable, although this is an off-brand cable with this. But for this, it was supposed to be 30. I think it's gone up to 35, and now or 40. So now it's closer to 40. But this is $40. And what I get in here may not be as high quality as a Rode, but it's better than your camera's internal microphone. And what I get in here is, well, maybe your camera has a really awesome microphone, I don't know, better than my Android LG G7 internal microphone, which is very good, by the way. But I put this out upside down. But you can hear all the cars crossing by, you can hear the loud noises and all that sort of stuff. Here I am talking at the camera, and the microphone's here, and I don't know how well you can hear me. I'm going to move this over a bit. So inside the package, you'll have this windsock. It'll be in a bag. It'll be on top. The microphone will be in here inside this, and you'll have these two cables. And you might be wondering, okay, well, how do I hook that up? And you might look around and you might find it on Google, but they were nice enough to label these, and I don't know if you can read that. There's Chinese on the back, and then it says the phone connecting cable on the other side. So the red one's the phone connecting cable in this instance. I can't guarantee it'll always be that way. The black one is the camera connecting cable. And if you look closely, I don't know if that's focusing, you can see that, but you notice that there's, looks like two black, so there's like 3 total segments, metal segments on here. This is the same kind of a thing that you plug into your headphone jack. And it's the same on this side, the exact same thing, the 3 metal segments. However, if you look at the phone connecting cable, you will find there's your 3 segments again, but on the other end is this strange 4-segmented thing. And that's because there's a standard in modern phones, and I don't know how far back the standard goes, that allows for there to be, on top of your normal headphone stuff in your headphone jack, you also have a ability to do a microphone. And one of these extra segments is actually a microphone thing. And what this adapter does, you plug this in, and they don't tell you this, so you have to figure this out, and I deduced it just logically. Because this one being the phone adapter, and it's TRS on both ends, well, logically, then if it's TRS on both ends, then one of these ends goes into the mic, right? And that means that the same kind of plug-in would have to go into the mic for the other one. And so I know that these two are the same, so I would take this end and put it into the microphone, and then this one, put it into the phone. I may not have known to do that if I hadn't done a little research about the standards and the extra segment, but this is a TRRS, if I understand my terminology correctly. So, you plug it into the back of your Pixel M80, and it doesn't close all the way, as you can see. You don't want to put any more pressure on it, there's a little tiny bit there sticking out. And then this one will go into your phone, and this will snap into there, and it'll require a little bit of pressure, but once it's snapped into place, don't put any more pressure on it. You don't want to break anything. And then this, of course, locks down onto your clamp. Your clamp will have, and in case you don't know what it is, it's a, and I don't have an extra one with me, it's a C-shaped bracket. There's different kinds. The Manfrotto is a spring inside, and you have to pull it up, and it has some rubber kind of grippy little channels for the phone. And so one side is, of course, the back of the clamp, and then you have the 2 parts looking something like this. And the phone screen needs to be here because you got to be able to tap on that phone screen and do stuff. So you would put the microphone on the top if you have the mount, and so it's facing towards you. So the back end of the clamp and the microphone will face like this towards you, and that's how you'll set it up on top of your phone. If you do not have a clamp with that particular mounting ability, you're going to have to rig something up or buy a clamp. I don't know if I can recommend the Manfrotto because of that tight fit, but that may not be a fault of the Manfrotto. It might be a natural feature of a cold or hot shoe, whatever it's called, clamp. Or it could just be the Pixel M80. I don't know. I can't say, but it's $20 for the Manfrotto clamp, and there are cheaper ones. But of course, you're getting a little bit better quality. I kind of like the Manfrotto clamp, but because it's a spring, it feels like it's awful hard pressure on the sides of my phone, which is in a case. I imagine if you had your phone outside of a cell phone case, that it would be even riskier. But it does seem to have pretty soft rubber where the phone sides go in. So kind of have to weigh it. Do you want to have a spring really tight clamping down on your phone? It's a good stable positioning. Or do you want to have something that you can screw down? The other one I have has a screw down, and it actually had extra spacers so it could be bigger, but it doesn't have the mount on top. So you just kind of have to shop around a little bit. And I got this all to be used with, I have up here, you can't see it, maybe you can barely see it over there by the end of the table. I have a Manfrotto mini tripod I got reconditioned at Amazon for like $17.99 or something like that. I'm not 100% sure about it because there doesn't appear to be a way to tell how I'm level with it or not. And it's just a button you press, and there's a plastic, looks like a plastic ball inside, and you release the button and the ball locks, but it doesn't have any like set positionings so that I know exactly where things are. So, but it does fit in the hand really well, so that's what I'm using with this. So I can put the stuff on the tripod in my hand and I can talk into it. You might consider, it might be a little heavier, but you might consider a tripod that has the normal, what this is mounted on right now that you can't see. I've got a Velbon, an old Velbon video tripod, and it has a little thing. You release the lever and you pick it up, and you've got this little platform, and it's universal. It has a little fat screw underneath and threads going up the top, and you put the clamp, you screw it into that and put it on top, and then you can just take it in and out using the lever on your tripod. If you can get a mini tripod with that system, then it might be a little easier, because then you could transfer it from a larger tripod to a smaller tripod and never have to unscrew and rescrew all the time. Because the Manfrotto mini clamp and probably most of the other ones do not have that. They just have the thread sticking up and you just screw it down until it's snug, and then you run around and do your recording. So that pretty much covers it. Sound quality on this is really good. If you have any questions or having any issues, put a comment below. I'll help you if I can. Do not make the mistake I did of, this was actually kind of funny. I recorded a video and I played it back, and I'm like, why do I not hear any sound? I guess the microphone's not working, and I was kind of upset because the microphone wasn't working. Well, the microphone was still plugged into the headphone jack. Now, I don't know about your phone, but on my Android phone, if there is something plugged into the headphone jack, it assumes like you have a headphone hooked up or something, and so, and that's what that wiring is for. So it's trying to play, probably trying to play audio off of the microphone. Hopefully I didn't damage it. I don't think it would have damaged the microphone. I don't know, but I wouldn't recommend doing that. But the only way I could hear the sound is when I finally unplugged it out of the headphone jack. So anyway, I'll take a look at this video and see how it will work. This will be going on the Bliss Tech channel, which is where you're going to find a lot of very old tutorials that are more technically oriented. I don't know how often this channel will be updated. My main focus right now is on Bliss Vlog and on Dream Bliss. But this is where you will come if you're looking for technical-based tutorials for stuff. And right now there'll be some things on using old source code that's taking an old programming book, and I figured out how to get that code to compile and run, and that was a kind of a popular series, but it's old. The book was old to begin with. So there's not much going on the channel right now. And I don't know how regularly I'll update, but I'll try. I will do my best. I will intend to have one video for you a month at least. I know that's not a lot, but I have to come up with other technical type tutorials to put up on this channel, and I don't have any ideas right yet. But let me know. I mean, if there's something, if you feel that there's a lack of a tutorial somewhere on YouTube, and for whatever reason you feel that I'd be able to do a good job explaining that or doing that tutorial, let me know in the comments and I will look into it. Until next time, catch you later. Welcome to this addendum to Tech Table. I'm now hooked up with the Pixel M80 microphone, and that's the route I would suggest that you go. Do not try a USB adapted type microphone, like a USB microphone adapted to be used into your USB or USB-C or whatever it is you've got that you put your phone chargers into. I don't recommend going that course of action. I noticed in that take, I did the entire video that you just saw, I wasn't able to do landscaping in that take using open camera. I was able to use my USB microphone, which is a blue snowball, but I got a surging kind of effect in the sound. And I didn't think that that was very good. Let me know in the comments below if you want me to demonstrate camera mic versus Pixel M80 versus the USB snowball mic, so you can hear the differences for yourself. But that is the course of action I would advise right now. Stick with the microphone that will plug into your headphone jack on your phone. If your phone does not have a headphone jack, you'll either have to go wireless, you'll have to get a phone with a headphone jack, or you'll have to get a digital camera. There is a place to get a digital camera used and get a good deal, and I don't know the name off the top of my head. For phones, you can go to Swappa. If I remember the name of the other place, I'll post a link below so that you know where to go. You'll be a step ahead of the curve if you get a good digital camera and do your videos on that, because you can hook right in with the TRS-80 adapter into your microphone. You just have to get the right mount. Maybe get a camera with a cold shoe on it, or maybe get some kind of a rig that you can put a camera into that has a mount for your microphone. There are a few options, but I don't know much about that. But if you want a video on that, I can do a little research and get back to you on it. I'm going to go ahead and call that good for this video, and I will catch you guys in the next one.